Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
We shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Purple and white, but you know what I mean. Double 11 senior year made history. Football, we took it to the playoffs. Collegeville, white and purple, yeah, we are the K-House. I said the K-House, the school of champions. We laugh a lot, we rap a lot. I'm asked to be an Indian again. I'm telling them that Collegeville is where it's at. So when we on the field of court, they better be aware of that. They scared of that. Of course, look at the ceiling. What up, Mr. Floyd? Yeah, it's Collegeville. And yes, I'm glad to say that I'm a K-Hawk. I'm about to graduate. Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple. White and purple, yeah, I know you see it. You see the chaos and you tell yourself you wanna be it. I go to CHS, so I am a champ. I ran this game so long I'm starting to get a stomach cramp. Class of 1 and 2, but we're number 1. Shout out to all my juniors, yeah, you know we get it done. White and purple, you already know. It's little easy peasy and that boy lay low.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
I'm about my white and purple, Scarface and DJ Screw. We on the peak of the mountain, best at what we do. Yeah, we the champs, homie, but we ain't selling shoes. These boys bleeding purple, call us the chiefin' crew. They don't gotta do it big, cause I don't play no sports. I play my cards right. Now a good report. When Dub 12 comes, it's time to roll off. I'm look back cause everybody rolling with me, K-Hawks.
Yeah, you know what it is.
Look, all the fresh sophomores,
High school, like champions.
yeah, they know what it is.
All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
Yeah, you know what it is. Collegeville High School, a champions. Yeah, screaming that's us. And when we on top, boy, quit fussing. All around my town, everything is
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
we shut it down for the school and the sports team.
White and purple, white and purple, white and purple, white and purple.
And very good evening, everyone, and welcome to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon, Illinois, as we get you ready for a little K-Hawk hockey action tonight, as your Collinsville K-Hawks get ready to take on the Alton Redbirds. My name is Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the K-Hawk Sports Network as we welcome you into tonight's pregame show. Yes, we finally have a pregame show after a couple of 9 o'clock starts at some locations that don't allow much of a pregame setup. Well, we don't have that problem here at O'Fallon, as we are across the way from where all the fans sit, so we do not have to wait for the fans to get out of the way before we set up. So, pregame show, that's where we are right now. Tonight brought to you by Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center. That's the address. That is located just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Well, we are still very early in the season. This is just game number 3, but so far so good for your Collinsville K-Hawk hockey team as they begin this night with a record of 2-0 under their first-year head coach Craig Duffy. Alton, they come in under their head coach Nick Boswell at 0-1. That's right, they've only played one game to Collinsville's 2. Some of these teams have played 3 games and are getting ready to hit game number 4 tonight in the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Conference Association thing. That's a mouthful of stuff, man. Second year in a row, by the way, that Collinsville has started 2-0 out of the gate. Last year they started 4-0 before they ended up losing their first game of the year. This after back-to-back 5-1 wins to begin the season. The first one was season opener versus Bethalto, and then Monday night over Edwardsville. Both of those games, as I mentioned, by a score of 5-1. Sophomores Tanner Bettis and Eric Denny have 4 goals each to lead Collinsville. Denny got 3 of his 4 goals with a hat trick in Monday night's win over Edwardsville. And don't forget about freshman Ben Klein, who scored 2 goals that came in the season opener. As I mentioned, Alton is 0-1, only played 1 game so far, while I mentioned most teams are on their 3rd or 4th, depending on who you are. Alton was set to play Vianney at the Fenton Ice Rink on Monday night, while Collinsville was taking on Edwardsville, but that game was canceled and then rescheduled to a later date due to a scheduling conflict with the game referees. So that's why Alton is just 0-1 coming in, so probably looking to knock off a little rust on the year. All right, so finally, we told you earlier in the last 2 games that Collinsville has a new head coach, Craig Duffy, and we apologize for him not being able to join us in the post-game show of those first 2 games. But you know what? We got him. He couldn't go anywhere. There was nothing going on. And I had a chance to catch up with Collinsville's new hockey head coach, Craig Duffy, just a little while ago. And we will pass that conversation on to you next as the Chiropractic Works pregame show continues right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the Sofwave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. And I had heard something about it and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time. And honestly, I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike Ogle with Ogle Auctions, and we hope you are enjoying tonight's game. And go Kahawks! Hey, check us out. Every Sunday night, we have an online auction at www.ogleauctions.com. Everything from grandma's china to grandma's motorcycle helmet. It's all here at Ogle Auctions every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Check us out, and we will see you soon.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene at his Collinsville office at 106 North Clinton or call 618-467-8420. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville is a T3 certified tire dealer and so much more. Sure, Mike's Automotive has tires. They can also help with making sure your entire vehicle is road ready, from belts and hoses to preventative maintenance like oil changes and tire rotation. plus a lot more than that. Mike's Automotive has 3 locations to choose from. Mike's Automotive in St. Louis and Millstadt, and Mike's Automotive in Collinsville at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call Mike's Automotive at 618-345-0611. Mike's Automotive in Collinsville.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means, injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the OrthoGold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're moving right along in the world of hockey. Game number 3 for your Collinsville Kahawks. They're off to a very fine start at 2-0. Joining us now, and for the first time this year, is the new head coach of your Collinsville Kahawk hockey team, Craig Duffy. So, Coach, first of all, let's get familiar with your coaching staff. Tell us a little bit about your coaches.
Well, we have Mike Bettis joining us this year. He's helping out when he's able to help. He's got a long background, playing background, coaching background, so he's going to be an added help to us this year. Then we have Mr. Zagorski. He was with the team last year. He's going to be with us obviously this year. He's helping JV and varsity. Very integrated with the team, knows a lot of the players over the number of years, so he's a huge help with our team.
All right, talk to me about the beginnings of your year as a first-year coach for the Collinsville Kahawk hockey program. I know you got JV and varsity. Both teams right now sitting undefeated, so talk to me about where you sit right now as the new head coach.
Well, I'm pretty pleased with our start. I got to give a lot of credit to the kids. They put a lot of work in the off season. A lot of training went in during the off season, weight room, dry land training, conditioning. We did some summer skates, and then we started some season practices a little bit earlier than we had in the future. Their attitude's been great. They have a good hard work ethic, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I really think the results of our start is more indicative of what they've done so far.
All right, let's begin with the JV team before we get to tonight's contest on the varsity side. JV team, man, you guys are 5 games in and 5-0. Tell me about the JV start.
JV start's going well. We've got quite a few new kids on the team compared to last year. They've been a huge help to us so far in our start. Our veterans were very welcoming, made them feel right at home, and so that's created the cohesiveness that makes the team successful. We've seen some of the younger classmen show up to the swing player and varsity games, so it's one happy team, really. And then, like I said, the swing player and the older players, they've been very instrumental in, kind of bringing them into the program and making them feel at home and comfortable and willing to take risks at practices and not worry about, maybe kind of being highlighted for making a mistake or something like that. So that's really helped things as far as our season goes.
All right, let's move on to the varsity side. 2-0 after a couple of games. Tell me your thoughts on the first 2 games on the varsity level.
First 2 games, well, I'd say we started out pretty good. I mean, it's good to be expected. As a coach, you're always looking on what we can improve upon for the next game, the next shift, next period. I feel the kids have been very receptive, and the feedback we're giving them, they've demonstrated that with some of the adjustments they've made during the game or in between periods. The positivity on the bench has been good. We've also been very good in not letting little things get to us and getting us off our game. So it's been a good start for those reasons. I do think we have more that we can do, and we're just kind of revving up the engine now, but every game's tough. So they've got to be ready every single game, and it'll be a little bit of a roller coaster. Every season is, but with this group, I feel really good about how this season's going to play out.
You have a very young team too, man. You only have 2 seniors, I think 3 juniors. Everything else is sophomores and freshmen. So you guys are very young.
we're very young, and we don't have a complete full roster compared to other teams. So there's lots of playing time to go around, which means there's lots of opportunities for every player that's on this team. Some players have been playing for a number of years. Some have just picked them up in the past 3, 4, 5 years. But no matter what, this year everybody's getting a lot of opportunities. So it's a good opportunity for them to make the most of it.
One of the guys that's a freshman on your team is your goaltender, and Landon Radel. As far as I can tell, he's the only goaltender listed on your roster. So is he the only one you got on the varsity side?
He's the only one we have listed, and he's our go-to guy. So we talked to him at the beginning of the season, and we've kind of planned out the season as far as what we need to do to make sure he gets plenty of rest, which I feel is important. We also have some options should he gets sick, need downtime, things of that nature, that we've worked on a little bit here and there in our practices. So I feel comfortable where we are, and he's very open to us about how he feels, and that's important to us as we move forward.
Bettis and Denny right now lead your team 4 goals apiece. Any surprises there?
Not really, no. They're great guys. They have a ton of skill. They're great on the bench. They're great in the locker room. There's a lot of knowledge they spread amongst those kids. Like I said, they're getting lots of opportunities this year. And then they're complemented with other players. We have Ben Klein, Lincoln Duffy, Dom Zamoroni, Zagorski. There's up and down. Every player's kind of stepping up their play this year and complementing those two, but they lead the charge. They kind of dictate the flow of the game out there. And then there's Andy Bennett and Glenn Bennett. Those guys are rock stars too. They're not to be forgotten. Andy's very good with the puck. Glenn is just solid back on the defensive side of things, and then surprises everybody with his offensive abilities. So up and down the lineup, we got a lot of guys that can do it, not just Denny and Bettis.
All right, you got Alton here tonight. I don't know how much sharing goes on between clubs as far as scouting and looking at video of other teams and stuff like that. So what do you know about this version of Alton?
I don't really know much. It doesn't really matter to me. I have a feeling that I kind of know what every team has just based on what I've seen in prior years. But at the end of the day, when we come to play, we play our game, and that's all I'm worried about. If we play our game and we come out with the intensity we need and the preparation that we need to have, then everything kind of falls into place. And if it doesn't, then it falls on my shoulders.
Thanks for the visit, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
As Craig Duffy, your new Collinsville Kahok head coach. We'll take a break here on the Chiropractic Works pregame show. When we come back, we'll pass along the starters for both of these teams, and we'll have opening face-off. All that and more coming up on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Ortho Gold TRT tissue regeneration machine is revolutionary new technology. It's known as a shockwave machine. In the hospital setting, it's lithotripsy. The machine looks sort of like an ultrasound head, but it's much different technology. It drives sound waves into tissue at 3,500 miles an hour. It's a 3 to 5 minute non-invasive treatment. This is revolutionary technology. It's great for acute, which means injured tissue. New injuries per se, also chronic conditions. We have many people who have canceled knee replacements and shoulder replacements and treated lots of plantar fasciitis, foot, ankle problems. Overall, the Ortho Gold TRT soft wave machine is revolutionary technology. We've been very excited to bring it to our practice, and we've already helped a tremendous amount of people with it, and we're looking forward to helping a lot more.
Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Collinsville Barbecue Supply is one-of-a-kind barbecue headquarters that focuses on everything barbecue and cooking, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, in-person class instruction, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts, including an in-house chef and pit master. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces that support our nation's first responder and military organizations that focus on providing aid to the fallen, suicide prevention, and PTSD awareness. Stop by and see the guys at Collinsville Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Collinsville Barbecue Supply, home of the 4-time World Championship Patriot Sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at CollinsvilleBarbecue.com.
My name is Rayshawn Taylor, collegiate basketball player at SIUE. At the end of January, I had an ACL injury. I've been searching for ways to come back as best as I can after the construction. Dr. Chris introduced me to the soft wave machine. I'm gonna be honest, at first I was kind of scared because I didn't want it to shock me and hurt me too bad. and I had heard something about it, and I did my research on it, and it turns out it didn't actually hurt. It just was a good pain. It's just finding where it hurts to promote the healing, and that's exactly what it did. I've actually had this surgery before. This time I feel like I'm back on my feet quicker, much faster. I'm much stronger than I was up to this point last time, and honestly I feel like I could play right now. I'm excited to get back on the court. Thankful that Dr. Chris introduced me to this.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. We're live tonight at the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon, getting you ready for a little hockey action between Collinsville and Alton. Collinsville came out of the locker room a little tardy. Alton was out here for about a good 2 minutes skating around, and they finally hit the buzzer like 3 or 4 times to get them out here, and they are finally out here, so we're just a little bit delayed, but nevertheless, we will get this face-off here soon. So Alton comes in 0-1. That 0-1, I forgot to tell you about, they opened up their year with a 2-0 loss to Belleville. That was on November 1st, the same night that Collinsville opened up, and the Redbirds only mustered 5 shots on goal in that game, and being that was against Belleville, I was a little shocked that it was not more than 2-0. That was the game that was being played at the Alton ice rink when I walked in the door to get ready for that game against Bethalto with Collinsville. So last year, Collinsville won both games, 6-0 against Alton and 4-1 against the Redbirds later on. Collinsville is 10-0-2 versus Alton since the 15-16 season. That's 7 years. They did have 2 ties together, and both of those ties came in the same season, the 2019 season. November, they were tied 2-2. In December, they tied 1-1. Go figure. The only playoff meeting over the last 7 years between these two clubs was February of 2016. Knocked Alton out in that year's semifinals, 2-0, before doing the same thing to Bethalto in that year's Cup Finals, and that was the last time Collinsville has won it all here at the Mississippi Valley Club Hockey Association. So we're hoping for a repeat. Got back to the big dance a few years ago against Belleville, but lost that final by a score of 2-1, and 2 of those games went into a shootout period. So we are just about ready to go here. Still have the national anthem yet to play, so one more break will come your way before we begin, and face-off will be coming your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number 1 on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees, or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium in Uptown Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz, and classic rock is always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl, new vinyl, and hard-to-find vinyl. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's, where you can check out the latest in audio gear, from new top-of-the-line speakers to turntables and receivers, plus all of the accessories. Rich's has t-shirts, record cleaners, turntable needles, wall art, and so much more. If you can't find what you're looking for at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Don't forget to mention seeing this ad on the Kahok Sports Network for a 10% discount at checkout. Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in Collinsville, or call 618-795-1333 or online at richesrecordemporium.com. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville or Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville or Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Owner Jay Merkel and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, no matter what you drive: cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for you and your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 618-977-1224. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details, 618-977-1224. Once again, welcome back to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon. My name is Todd Duke. We have Mr. Heath Yaxtis on the camera with us tonight, and we hope that you're ready for a little high school hockey action. Here are your starters. Well, I already am in the behind the eight ball here for Alton because they have a number 10 and a number 22 that is not on my roster that I got right off of the Mississippi Valley Hockey Club Association's page. So missing a couple of guys, but here's what I do know. We got a left winger named Talon Neely. We have a center named Lawson Bell. And the one of the defensemen is Colton Thompson. And the goaltender is Greg Fight. That much we do know. We just have to put some names with the other two numbers that I couldn't hear. The PA system in here, believe it or not, is not that great. For Collinsville, in goal once again is Landon Radel. In front of him, you will find on defense Ian Yaxtis, Eric Denny. Your center is David Bennett, and your wingers are Austin Zagorski and Ben Klein. Collinsville is in the black jerseys once again. Got a little purple around the bottoms and the sleeves. Numbers are in white, names are in white, and the Alton Redbirds are in red. They have some white stripes on the bottoms of their jerseys as well as on the sleeves. They have their cardinal head logo for the Redbirds on the fronts of their jerseys, while Collinsville has the word Kahawks written across the fronts of their jerseys. So we are underway here in this first period. Kahawks looking to go to 3-0, and the Alton Redbirds are looking to even their record out at 1-1. Here comes Neely. Neely comes across the line, but Collinsville's defense holds court and sends it right out of there, and Zagorski can't track it down, so Thompson does, and he'll send one from the red line all the way on goal, and Radel had to be aware and make the save there. Puck ends up back behind the Collinsville net. Comes to Thompson again, and he'll shoot immediately from the point. And that was another save by Radel. Collinsville comes out and tries to get the puck out of that defensive zone, but can't do it right now until they finally get the puck onto the stick of Eric Denny. Denny, he comes along those far side boards and stays with the puck the whole way. Circles in the corner, throws one in front, little backhand shot, and then a goal by Bennett on the rebound. Oh boy, Andy Bennett didn't waste any time putting Collinsville on top, as that comes just 1 minute and 10 seconds in to this first period. 1-0 in favor of Collinsville. And believe it or not, that was Mr. Bennett's first goal of the year. So nice to see him get on the board here early on. And Collinsville takes a 1-0 lead on their third shot on goal. Andy Bennett, and assisted by Mr. Eric Denny. And Collinsville on the board already at 1-0, and a whistle after the faceoff will bring the puck down to the left shoulder of Mr. Radel. And a faceoff that was won by Collinsville. They couldn't keep it in, but now they break out, and they've got a 3-on-1 going on. Here is Duffy. He flights it over to the other side, and a little tap-in didn't work. What a save over there by Mr. Greg Fight, as Collinsville continues to pepper the goalie here early on. Here is Bettis. He'll circle back around the Alton goal, and they'll send it from one corner back behind the net, knocked down by the hand of Zamoroni. And then Collinsville trying to fight for it again, comes out to the circle, shot that was partially blocked by the defense, and then goes wide over here on this near side post. Kahok still with it. Here is Glennon Bennett. He takes a shot. That goes right into the glove of Fight. Fight in the one game so far. He's got 42 minutes. He has allowed 2 goals, and that came on 38 shots on goal in that game against Belleville. So he made 36 saves, and Fight has a goals against average of 2.86 and a save percentage hovering right around 95% here after one game. Faceoff will come out to his right, won by Collinsville. Here's Denny. That's banked off of the ankles of Bell. And then over into the far side corner it goes, back around over to the near side. Comes out to the blue line, taken there by Denny. He'll launch a shot. That goes high and back behind the Alton net. That's where it goes, and then it comes around this near side corner once again, where it's picked up by Alton. Here is Neely. He'll bank it off the boards right below the penalty boxes and all the way down across the end line, and that is an icing call against the Redbirds. Glad that you're with us on a fantastic day in the Midwest, but that's about to end. We got up to 82 yesterday, 78 today. Tomorrow, we'll be lucky if we hit 45. Then they're talking 37 on Saturday, and they're talking about this cold weather sticking around for a while, and it's not supposed to be that cold this time of year. Right around 58, 57 degrees is where we're supposed to be this time of year, but we've been enjoying the unseasonably warm weather, and I guess some folks would say they'll enjoy the unseasonably cold weather, but I'm not one of those. Collinsville brings it in. Here is Kit Stein, still wearing number 21. Waiting for his number 92 jersey to come in. And then the puck shot around the neutral zone for a little while. Collinsville comes up with it in their defensive zone. They'll send it through neutral ice again. And off of young Mr. Kit Stein. But Collinsville couldn't go forward anymore. Here is Thompson. High slot. Takes a shot. Shoved aside by Radel. It popped up in the air, actually, and came right down on his head. And luckily, it didn't go behind him after that. Here is Alton once again. Another shot. That was partially blocked out by Andy Bennett. And another shot partially blocked by the Collinsville defense. Bell stays with it, though, and that one is in the goal. And Bell ties this thing up. So a little sloppy play on the defensive side here for Collinsville, and Alton took advantage of it. And we are tied at 1. Just 10:36 left to play here in this first period. So a 1-1 game here early on, and we are just underway, as I mentioned. Still 10.5 minutes to go here in this first period. Here is Zagorski, and he'll get squeezed off by a couple of defenders, but he stays with it, throws it out front, but no one's there to bang it home until now. Oh, a misfire over there by Preston Tillman. He had all kinds of room, and he just, his eyes got bigger than the goal, and he just whiffed on it. In the near corner. Up against the boards. Now it comes out. Bennett, he'll shoot it over to that far side corner. And Bettis will take it from there. Bettis comes around the referee, puts a shot on goal, saved by Fight. And Bettis gets the rebound over into that far side corner once again. And he'll skate around to the high slot, right in by the circle, and he'll shoot and score. Collinsville gets their lead back. Didn't take long, just less than a minute, about 50 seconds or so. And the Kahawks are back out in front by a score of 2-1 on a goal by Bettis. If this is any indication of what this night's going to be like, I'm going to be busy here on this scoreboard. So Collinsville reclaims the lead just 50 seconds after Alton tied the game. And the ensuing faceoff won by the Redbirds. And right in the middle of the logo for the McKendree Bearcats it goes, and then over to the far side. Collinsville's defense takes over from there. And here is the aforementioned Bettis. He'll go back behind his own net. Send it over into the corner for Glennon Bennett. Bennett almost lost control of that puck and his skates, and now he whiffs on firing a pass up ice, but finally gets it and gets it to Zamoroni. Zamoroni turns the puck over. Back to the neutral zone it comes. A little fight for it down there by Denny. He takes care of that. And then Zamoroni will bank it all the way around the all the way around the boards, from one corner to the other corner. Excuse me. Redbirds trying to wrestle it away. Over there from Lincoln Duffy. They couldn't. And now Alton off the boards. Up the ice it comes. Not out. Nice job keeping it in by Denny. He'll bank it off the boards again to Zamoroni. A little backhand and a shot by Andy Bennett. And then a little pushing and shoving going on right outside the goal crease, and the referee still has not blown the whistle. Now he does, and the pushing and the shoving continues for a little bit down here at the Alton goal. But credit to Greg Feit for not letting that one go in. 2-1 in favor of Collinsville. 8:43 left to play here in this opening period. Of course, we will keep an eye on the Blues game for you as well. That game started about the same time this one did, or a little bit after. Here is Duffy. Duffy over on the far, and a floating puck comes out, and no one can seem to get it. And now it's back into the neutral zone, and here comes the Alton Redbirds. They've got a little breakaway. Here is Neely. Comes in from the circle, takes a shot, no good. Rebound was nice and juicy. Sat out front for a while, but our infamous missing number 10 couldn't find the puck as that puck gets caught up into the net. One of the Kahok faithful student body cheering section participants threw that puck back in for us. And the faceoff will come out to the right of Radel. Won by Bennett. And then lost as Duffy tried to come up ice with it, but he poked it a little bit too far ahead of himself, and Alton was able to take it over. They keep it in. Nice job on the keep in on the defensive side. On the blue line at the top of the slot, a shot, and that one in and out of the glove of Radel, and then he'll cover it up. And no further action could be taken. 8:02 left to play. Both teams want to make wholesale player changes here during this timeout. Collinsville right now out shooting Alton 7-6, and they also lead by 1, 2-1. Bell and Klein, and the faceoff won by Collinsville, and they'll send it up the boards here to Zamoroni. Zamoroni gets past the defender, sends it all the way up ice. Alton has to go back and try to collect it. They do so, and a little miss hit there will give Collinsville an opportunity as Glennon Bennett funnels it up in front of the net, but that's shoved aside by the defense for Alton. Here is Klein, and Klein's backhand goes right through the slot and finds the stick of Alton's number 10. He's got a very long last name on his jersey, and I haven't been able to quite pick it up yet. Here is Glennon Bennett. Comes in from this left wing. Sends the puck all the way back around the Alton net, where Johnson will go check it down for the Redbirds. He'll send it back behind the net again, and this time Whitaker takes care of it. But he'll send a centering pass up front, but nothing there but a couple of red jerseys. Here is Neely. Neely across the logo, and then the shot taken from there, but banked off of somebody's shin and all the way back around the Collinsville net, where it's taken care of now by Bettis. Bettis already has a goal here tonight, and he comes up ice. Off the boards it goes to the middle, and Klein will take it, and then he'll take a hit. He'll end up on the ground on a nice open hit there by Noah Johnson. And then a loose puck comes all the way across the prime shooting area for Collinsville. Bettis takes it, circles back around through the faceoff circle in the slot, takes a shot that goes wide. Here is Tillman. Tillman will backhand it up, trying to find Whitaker again, but Whitaker got taken off the puck, and here comes Bell. Bell will shoot it in from the blue line, and it'll go wide, bank off the boards, and over to the other side. Now we're going to have a penalty coming up. This one is going to go against Andy Bennett, and that's going to be an interference call as he ran the Alton player into the boards when the puck was not anywhere near him. So the first power play of the night is going to belong to Alton. And we'll see if the Redbirds can do anything with the man advantage here. 6:27 left to play here in this first period. 2-1 right now in favor of Collinsville, but the Alton Redbirds are going on the power play. Tomacek, it looks like number 10 is. Told you it was a long name. Collinsville wins the faceoff, shoots it down the ice. That'll relieve the pressure here early on in the man advantage for Alton. Over into the far side corner it goes. Loose puck. Collinsville tries to pick it up. They do so. Duffy does, and he'll send it back around the boards again. And it'll come up this near side. Here is Bell. Bell for the Alton Redbirds will send it over to the far side of the ice. And that is Henry Neely. And off the boards down the other way, and back behind the Collinsville net it goes. And here is Talon Neely. We got two Neelys out there for Alton as Denny takes care of it for Collinsville. Races around from behind his own net, sends a backhand up, and that's out of the zone. So Alton will have to reset and get possession of the puck. One Neely sends it all the way over to the other side. And then Alton will just send it in, and they'll go chase it down. Here is Neely and Denny getting there at the same time. And then the puck just comes free, and it's picked up there by Lincoln Duffy. Duffy will send it back. 1 minute to go in the man advantage for Alton here. So far, Alton has not registered a shot on this power play. That puck ends up going back behind the Collinsville net once again, and the Kahawks come away with it. Here once again is Denny. He'll lift the puck out and send it all the way down the ice, and that's going to be right on goal. So Fight has to send it off over to his near side, but trying to get there and ruining all the plans was Klein, and he almost did. As the puck ends up being shot down by Alton once again, here is Denny. Denny races around his net once again, being tagged along by Talon Neely. You just saw a football fly through the air. What's up with that? Somebody's playing football below us. Here's Thompson. 10 seconds left to go on the man advantage here for Alton, but Thompson forgot to take the puck with him. Here is Bettis. Bettis with a head of steam. Comes up. Puts on one move and another move. Couldn't get the shot off, though. And he'll circle with it and send it back to the blue line. Here is Glennon Bennett. He'll send a puck up. That one's partially tipped and almost makes it in. Andy Bennett is out of the box. So Collinsville back to full strength. And Zamoroni couldn't handle a loose puck. And now it's taken all the way down the ice. And they're going to wave off icing. Glennon Bennett and everybody thought it was going to be an icing call, but the refs said no. Here is Andy Bennett. Puts on a nice move. Sends the puck over to the far side for Zamoroni. He'll just poke the puck into the zone, and Collinsville will play a little dump and chase. Andy Bennett lets it go to brother Glennon into the high slot, trying to find, I believe that was Zamoroni. And at any rate, Collinsville gets the puck back, and to the neutral zone they go. Here is Andy Bennett. Bennett over on the right side, now into the middle for Zamoroni. He gets taken off the puck, and Elton just poaches it back to the blue line, but they couldn't get it all the way out. Here is Bettis with a shot, fought off by Fight. Andy Bennett with a wraparound, can't get it all the way, and trying to clean up the trash was Duffy. He couldn't get there, comes back all the way to the blue line. Here is Glennon Bennett. He'll take a shot. That one's off of the blocker of Fight, goes into the corner. Punch back behind the net. Collinsville stepping up. Here is Andy Bennett. He lost the puck for a moment, had it in his skates, couldn't get it onto his stick, and then that one goes in, and Collinsville will take a 3-1 lead. I believe that Andy Bennett's going to get another goal, but Collinsville needs to stay out of the penalty box as tempers started to flare there a little bit. And we'll see if, Lincoln Duffy's going to go to the box right after the goal is scored, but Collinsville does take a 3-1 lead. And I believe that Bennett got credit for that one as well. So the Kahawks are up 3-1, but they're going to find themselves shorthanded again. As Lincoln Duffy ends up in the box. Trying to listen. Face off one by Alton. Collinsville picks it up. Well, and Andy Bennett gets his second goal of the night. This one came with 3:12 left to go. Right now we have, that's a 4-minute penalty against Duffy. So the Kahawks are going to be shorthanded for the rest of this period at the very least. So a double minor handed out to Lincoln Duffy. There's a shot on goal and a puck shoved aside there by Radel. Goes back behind the net. Collinsville trying to come away with it over there. It's trapped up against the boards, and the Redbirds come out with it, but they turn the puck over, and Bennett will shoot it down the ice to relieve that pressure. Still 3:15 left to go in the double minor to Lincoln Duffy, and we have 2:25 left to play here in this first period. Redbirds trying to work some power play magic here. Puck goes into the near side corner, and Redbirds having a hard time digging it out, so Collinsville will say, well, if you can't dig it out, we'll dig it out. Here comes Denny. Denny races through the neutral zone, then slows down and just circles around and chews up some more of that power play time belonging to the Redbirds. Still 2 minutes and 40 seconds left of that, 1:50 left in the period. Collinsville leads 3-1, out shooting the Alton Redbirds right now 13-8. just below our location. Thompson comes away with it for Alton. Over to Johnson. Off with some skates, and it stays alive in the neutral zone. And here comes Alton and Neely. Neely races in, takes the shot, and a save by Radel. 1:29 to play here in this first period. 2:17 left in the man advantage for Alton. Face-off will come out to the right of Landon Radel, who has 84 minutes already under his belt before this game started. Couple of wins. He's given up 2 goals. And the website did not also include the final from earlier this week against Edwardsville, so I do not have updated numbers other than the ones that I know of. I have no idea how many shots on goal that Radel faced in the Edwardsville game, so I could not update the saves or the goals against average or the save percentage. So your guess is as good as mine, but we know it's good. He's only given up a goal each game so far, and so far he's given up a goal here, as Alton came back and tied it up 1-1 early in this first period. But Collinsville has since scored 2 goals, and the Kahawks now lead 3-1. And Alton is still on the power play, but you wouldn't know it. And a shot by Klein, and that was a save by Fight. Another shot by Klein on the backhand, and that one was turned away by Fight as well. Collinsville putting more shots on goal short-handed than Alton is putting on goal while they have the man advantage. Here's another puck in front. That one almost knocked in by Bennett, vying for a first-period hat trick. Glennon Bennett shoots it back in, goes back behind the net, all the way over into that far side corner where it's picked up by the younger Neely. Off of the skates of Andy Bennett, he comes in front, and he shoots just wide. Goes over here into this near side corner in the final 5 seconds of this period. Tries to throw one out front, no one home. Loose puck again, and that's going to do it for period number 1. Collinsville out top, 3-1. Alton will continue their power play when we come back from a timeout, and we begin the second period right after a break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahawkSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville produces their own spirits and beer on site right at the restaurant. Pair that with some of the most unique menu items around the entire metro area, and you can see why they are such a hit. They can handle you and your family, or they can handle you and your group. Throw in the occasional live entertainment, and you can see why Old Herald Brewery and Distillery is a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery, 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville, 618-855-8027, or online at oldheraldbrewing.com. Once again, welcome back to the McKendree Recplex here in O'Fallon. My name's Todd Duke. Heath Yaxis is on the camera for us tonight. We certainly do appreciate his help. Collinsville leads 3-1 after 2 periods of play. 48 seconds left on the Alton power play as we get underway here in this second period after a double minor handed out to Lincoln Duffy, but Collinsville's had the better scoring opportunities than Alton has as we switch ends of the ice, and Mr. Radel will be in the goal to your left as you're watching this game unfold. All the way around the horn it goes, and that is a offside call, so Alton will have to tag up. They get out of the zone. Collinsville will pick the puck up back behind their own net, and it'll be Eric Denny who will do so. He'll wait things out and take some more time off of that clock, and through the neutral zone the puck goes where it's picked up by Collinsville. Here comes Andy Bennett from the slot, takes the shot, from the circle, and a nice glove save there by Fight with 6 seconds left to go in the man advantage here for Alton. Collinsville outshot Alton in that first period, 14-9, and the Kahawks register the first shot on goal here in this second period. Face-off will come out to Fight's right, and Redbirds end up with it. Here is Yaxis as the penalty to Duffy is over, so these teams back to full strength. And Alton is now 0 for 2 on the power play, and one of those 2 power plays was a 4-minute double minor. Here is Neely. Gets the puck back behind his own net. Banks it off the boards and up through the neutral zone where it's picked up by Axis. He'll pop it up into the air, and Zamoroni will throw it down with his hand, but he throws it onto the stick of Bell for Alton. Still a loose puck right down in front of the penalty boxes. Klein couldn't get a hold of it. Thompson does. He'll send the puck all the way down the ice, and nope, referee waves off icing, said it was tipped, and it goes back behind the Collinsville net. Denny picks it up, reverses direction, and then parks back behind his own net and waits for everybody to get set up. Denny mishit that puck. I think it actually caught the bottom part of that back of the net. Then it goes up off of the rails. Collinsville comes away with it. There goes that football again. I'm like, where is that coming from? Into the corner it goes. Now, Collinsville will get it out. Alton through the neutral zone, trying to set up some offense. They can't get set up, though, and that puck will just trickle wide of the Kahok net. And up to the blue line, kept in by Thompson. Thompson takes a shot, and a save by Radel. And that'll stop the clock with 11:41 left to play. Here in this second period, 3-1, Collinsville with the lead. Both teams want to make some player changes. And the faceoff will come to the right of Radel. It'll be Andy Bennett in the circle against Alton's Will Van Voorhees. Collinsville comes away with it. Here is Bennett. He leaves the puck for Zagorski. Zagorski will send the puck back over to Bennett, but he left him just a little bit too much room to work with. And then Kitstein will send the puck back around the net. Bettis will take care of it from there. He'll put on the brakes over at the far dasher boards and send it back behind the Alton net. And Ben Kitstein comes up with it, skates it through the slot, and then couldn't continue as that puck was just ripped right off of his stick by the defense, and it'll come all the way down. And they'll have to wave off icing because that was actually on goal. Collinsville comes away with it, and here is Glennon Bennett. Bennett back behind his goal. Leaves it back there now, and coming away with it is Bettis. Bettis, he'll streak up this near side, coming up on this right wing. Plenty of room to work with. He'll backhand, forehand, take a shot, and that one goes off the netting above, and that'll stop the clock with 10:45 left to play here in this second period. Glad that you're with us here on a Thursday evening. Veterans Day tomorrow. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for all you veterans and your service. We do appreciate you. I did a stint in the Army after I got out of high school, Collinsville High School in 81, and from 81 to 84, well, I was hanging out with Uncle Sam. Got to visit such fine, fine places like Georgia, Korea. Oh, there's a goal that goes in, and unable to believe that is Radel. He wasn't thinking that one was going to go in at all, but it does, and Alton has gotten themselves back to within one goal here of this game. So Alton picks up the first goal here in this second period. And it's 3-2 in favor of Collinsville. Heard Neely on the assist, couldn't hear who they said for goal. You know, for a brand new place, the PA system here is not that great. The music sounds great, but the once the guy gets on the microphone, sounds like Mushmouth from the Fat Albert show. The Axis will go back behind his own goal and collect the puck. Skates it over to the far side corner and then just leaves it over into the near side corner where it'll be tracked down by Denny. Denny will bank it off the boards right in front of the penalty box area. Thompson is there, as well as Zamoroni. And then it banked once again. Zamoroni knocks it down with the stick, but right onto the stick of Thompson. Thompson, he sends it back down the ice, and Denny will go chase it down back behind his own net. 9.5 minutes to go here in this second period. 3-2 in favor of Collinsville. Off of the boards over on the far side. Zamoroni pokes it into his offensive zone, but the defense for Alton was ready and waiting. Here is Thompson. He'll circle with the puck. Over on those far side boards. He'll send the puck on up, and then he'll lose it. Denny comes away with it for the Kahawks. To Tillman. Back over to Denny. Denny circles with it. Crosses the center red line. Almost got taken off of it again. Stays with it. Denny with a move and a shot and fight with the save. And Alton avoids another goal-scoring opportunity here by Collinsville. 3-2. Kahawks with the 1-goal lead. Out shooting Alton 17-12. 8:58 left to play here in this second period. Bettis will track down the loose puck after the faceoff. He'll skate back around the Alton net. Comes out in front. High slot. Andy Bennett. Shot. That one never made it to the net. Here is Neely. He'll poke the puck all the way up to the sideboards and right in front of the Kahawk bench. Zagorski to Bettis. Bettis, no room to shoot, so he'll circle with it himself. Send it right into the slot, and a shot and a save with the pads by Fight. And then a rebound was left out for Andy Bennett, and his shot is also stopped by Fight. And once again, a face-off. This time it'll come out to the right-hand side of Greg Fight. Face-off won by Collinsville. They'll send it out to the high slot, and Glennon Bennett, and he'll take a shot. That goes off of the glove of Fight. And a battle for it back behind the Alton net, won by Collinsville. They'll send it up into the slot, but it never quite made it that far after it hit a couple of sticks. Collinsville trying to stay with it. They do, and it comes over here to this near side corner. Neely banks it off the glass, but he finds Andy Bennett's stick instead. Bennett over to the side, and a return shot. Couldn't find the mark for Austin Zagorski. As Collinsville stays with it, they'll send it back to the blue line. Here is Bennett. He'll send it over to the far side, but that's picked off by the Alton Redbirds. They come up with a 2-0 break. Up to Radel now. Here's one pass, two, and they missed the net. A little bit tic-tac and too much toe, and they did it too many times. And by the time the shot was taken, Neely over here was already past this near side post. Collinsville comes back away with it. Here is Zagorski. He has that puck blocked out. That one almost ended up in the Kahawk bench, but it comes out and stays alive. And the neutral zone. Another chance for Alton here. And Bennett just kind of knocks off number 10 of that puck over there. And then we'll race back around his own net, send it off the boards, but past everyone. And that puck isn't going to make it far enough for an icing call, as Thompson will get there before it even has a chance to approach that line. Loose puck picked up by Klein. Klein, high slot, trying to backhand forehand, couldn't complete it, and it comes out to the far side point, and Denny couldn't keep it in. Collinsville will go chase it down. Here is Yaxtis. Yaxtis, yeah, you guys are seeing that football fly in front of the camera or two every once in a while, aren't you? I just saw that one happen. Looked down at my computer screen and saw that football flying. Here is Denny. Denny flies in from the left side, comes in, takes a shot, and that one's a goal as Collinsville gets that one back, and young Mr. Eric Denny picks up goal number 5 on the year. Four to 2, 6:42 left to play here in the second period. And Collinsville gets that 2-goal lead back, and that was all Mr. Denny's work right there. Face off in the neutral zone. Klein wins it. Back to Kitstein. Kitstein off of the boards on the far side, up to Denny, and here comes Denny, just scored the goal, and from the high slot takes a shot. Glove saved by Fight, but it pops out, and Collinsville didn't have anybody there to get that rebound, but the Kahawks never quit. Here is a shot up front. Oh boy, wide open net for Zamoroni, and not only once but twice. You got to give some credit there to Greg Fight. He got over, knew that pass was coming, and got over there just in time to stop that puck, left the rebound, and it still couldn't be poked home by Zamoroni. Kahawks now with 10 more shots on goal than Alton, 22-12. Here is Denny, all the way out at the blue line. He'll float one up there, and Fight will take care of that one with his glove. 6:16 left to play here in this second period. 4-2 in favor of Collinsville. As the faceoff this time will come to the left to fight. And it's won by Klein. Sent back to Denny. He'll take a shot that'll go wide. Comes all the way out the other side for Yaxtis. Yaxtis couldn't get enough of that puck to send it anywhere good. And it comes back out to the neutral zone. Here is Denny. Denny across the red line, across the blue line. High slot into the circle. Takes the shot. That one got, a little piece of fight. And then it went off the high glass. Denny with the puck once again. Splits a couple of defenders. Comes across into the offensive zone and with a little nice move. Another shot, one shot, two shot, no good. Here is Klein. He'll take a shot and that's right into the breadbasket of Mr. Fight and he'll swallow that one up. A little frog in my throat going on here. Tuesday we were off for election day, so I made an appointment at CVS to get myself a COVID booster shot, the one that fights off the Omicron variant. That was my 5th COVID shot. The first 4 I did not have. Side effect 1, not 1. Well, I tell you what, Tuesday night into Wednesday, I felt that side effect of that shot. Whew. Felt like my body was hit by a truck. But by Wednesday night, I was fine. Lasted for about 14 hours. Kahok's up 4-2. 5:12 left to play here in period number 2. Alton with the puck in their offensive zone, trying to find a way to get a shot on goal. That one's a floater, and what do you know? Radel will just put his glove up in the air, and that puck fell right into it. 4-2 in favor of Collinsville. 4:59 left to play here in this second period. Face-off comes out to Radel's left. Bell against Bennett. Won by Bennett, but he'll send it to the wrong direction, and a shot. That's off of the body of Radel and into the netting here, and that'll stop the clock once again, and we'll do it all over, except for this time. Well, now they're going to stay to Radel's left. Thought because the puck came out over on the near side corner here, would have come over this way, but I guess it was where it was shot from, not where it went out. Here is Glennon Bennett off of one of the Alton players and back out to mid-ice where Bell will just send it right back into where it came from. Bettis will go chase it down into the corner, and he'll race back with it behind his own net, send it over into that near side corner. Trying to track it down over there is Zagorski. He never got there. Collinsville's Bettis did, and Bettis will send the puck up to Glennon Bennett, and that'll be a Preston Tillman kind of redirect, if you will, through the neutral zone. Now Tillman comes over here to pick up that puck, sends it back around that near side corner. Back behind the Alton goal it goes. Over to the far side boards. Glennon Bennett from his defensive position chips in, and then players fall down onto the puck. Now a loose puck comes out. Collinsville, they track it down, send it back to the blue line. Collinsville does a nice job keeping it in. Here is Bettis. He'll try to chase it down after he was trying to leave himself with a slot shot there, but never could, and now Bennett gets it. Oh, that's a save by Fight. That was a nice shot. That stayed up nice and high by Glennon Bennett. Now over to the far side for Bettis. Bettis comes in from that left face-off circle. Couldn't get any more into the penetrated area, so he'll turn around, try it all over again, and now he's going to go back around the net, take a rebound or a wraparound shot, and it's good. Tanner Bettis picks up his second goal tonight. And Collinsville extends that lead out to 5-2. 3:35 left to play here in the second period. And the Kahawks enjoying life here in this third game of the year, up 5-2. Alton wins the face-off after the goal. They'll send it up ice, and Collinsville will take care of it from there. Off of a skate. Never did cross the blue line, but now it does. Here comes Whitaker with it. Whitaker over on the far side, slaps the puck with a backhander, and it ends up going back behind the Alton net. Over into the far side corner it goes, and all the way out to the blue line for Yaxis. Yaxis banks it off of the boards and gets it farther up ice, and a nice job staying with it there by Klein. Klein, he comes back around the Alton net, over into the near side corner. He'll throw a pass up front. That gets by everybody, and Yaxis will have to stop it. He'll throw one back up front. Comes through the slot. Klein, he'll get it again, and then he'll lose it. off the boards. Denny will take care of it, though, at the blue line for Collinsville. And the Kahawks and their pressure continues. There's a shot that was rejected by Fight. A little backhand effort there by Kitstein. Never made it all the way in. And here is Eric Denny. Denny comes in, sends a pass over, trying to find Kitstein, but that was blocked out by the defense for Alton before it could make it to young Mr. Benjamin. And then Collinsville whacks the puck back in, but Alton intercepts it from there. And here is Thompson. Thompson, the defender, coming in like a forward and couldn't finish the job as he got taken off of that puck. As Collinsville still manages to get a hold of it, but Alton got it right back. Sent up along the near side and over to the far side we go. A little shot on goal, and Radel has to cover up before that one ends up trickling through. .206 left to play here in this second period. Collinsville up 5-2. As the faceoff will come out to Radel's left. One by Alton. Back to the blue line. Shot. That one goes well wide. And here is Andy Bennett with it. Bennett finds Tillman. Tillman turns around, sends one back over to the near side, but Neely was the only one there for Alton to take care of that puck. And another goal by Alton. And the Alton Redbirds just will not go away. Not that you would expect them to, but they've gotten in some shots that normally aren't allowed in. .145 left to play here in the second. 5-3 now. Collinsville still in front. Freeburg, Waterloo, and O'Fallon are going to take the ice for the next game. So the Kahawks still only up by 2 now as they go back to work. Here is Bettis. Back behind his own net. Tillman over here in this near side corner. We're down to a minute 15 left to play here in this second period. As Alton ends up with it behind their own net. Here comes Thompson. Thompson, a defenseman that plays like an offenseman. He'll come all the way down the ice with the puck. Throw one up. That one didn't go in, and now it's lost in the skates. And Bell will take it, and Radel makes a save with a glove, but that was a lot harder than it looked. Into the corner the puck goes, and banging around bodies over there is Bettis. And now the puck comes through. And coming away with it is Tanner Bettis. Bettis all the way across the blue line. Skates into that far side faceoff circle. Sends the puck over to the near side where Andy Bennett couldn't get it, Now Bennett trying to get that puck back. Comes into the corner. Neely will step into it. And it'll come loosely back to Bettis. Bettis from the blue line takes a shot. That one was going to go wide. 20 seconds left in this period. Puck over to the far side dasher boards, and it's picked up by Alton. They exit the zone. Try to enter over to the offensive side. Bettis is going to get there first as Alton wants to make a player change. Not a lot of time left to do that with, and a couple of bodies collide at mid-ice. And the puck into the neutral zone, and that is going to do it for period number 2. Collinsville leads 5-3 after 2 periods are in the book. We're back with period number 3 in just a moment right here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100.
Back here at the McKendree Recplex in O'Fallon. My name is Todd Duke. Heath Yaxtis is on the camera with us tonight. We certainly do appreciate that as we enter the third period. It is 5-3 in favor of Collinsville. Kahawks out shooting Alton in this game 27-15. They outshot Alton in that period 13-6 after out shooting the Redbirds 14-9 in the first period. Alton has enjoyed the only power plays of this game so far. They are 0 for 2, and one of those power plays was a 2-minute minor. So almost as if they were 0 for 3, which I guess technically it would be if it's a double minor. We go back to the way we were in the first period with Mr. Kite in goal to your left, Mr. Radel in goal to your right. Collinsville with the puck and the lead. We're just underway here in period number 3. Bell, he tries to intercept, comes away with the puck and then backhands it into his offensive zone, but Collinsville's defense is there. And with it, it is Eric Denny. Denny loses control of the puck back behind the net to Talon Neely. And then Neely couldn't keep it in as that puck crosses the blue line. Johnson will float the puck from one side of the rink to the other. Alton sends the puck back down behind the Collinsville net once again. Here is Denny. He'll send the puck up. It'll come right back in, and a little bouncing puck, and I don't think Radel knows where it is. He's got it trapped up against his pads, but he doesn't have it trapped with the glove, just the stick. And that could have been a little dangerous. .13:02 left to play here in this third period. 3 goals were scored in the first period. 4 goals scored in the second period. No, there was 4 in each one. Never mind. Alton had a goal in that first period. Collinsville had 3 in that first period. So we've had 4 goals scored in each period. Here's Collinsville with a chance, and that one was taken right off the stick of Zagorski. And he'll stay with it. Send it back out to the blue line. Here is Glennon Bennett. Bennett, he'll take a shot from there. That one hits his own player right in front of the net. And you know that Austin Whitaker would have loved to have been out of the way. Here is Van Voorhees. He'll send the puck down for Alton. It goes back behind the Collinsville net. Kahawks take it over from there. Here is Bettis. He'll bank it off of the boards and back over to Glennon Bennett. Bennett, he'll use the boards as well and send it onto the stick of Zagorski. Zagorski over to Bettis, but Bettis had that one clank right off of his skate as he was in stride, so it wasn't one of those where it hits his skate and stays there with him. It hit his skate and then shot down the ice. Johnson sends it up into the neutral zone. Collinsville intercepts from there. Here is Andy Bennett. Bennett, he puts on one move but couldn't get around the younger Neely, and that is Henry Neely. Talon Neely, by the way, is the one returning player for Alton that led their team in goals last year with 12. Glennon Bennett all the way around the boards to his brother. And then back over this way for Glennon from Andy. Here is Glennon. Glennon comes in from the left side. From the faceoff circle. Puts it in front. Andy Bennett couldn't finish. Looking for that hat trick. Fires it again. This one ends up on top of the net. And the referee blows the whistle. And that'll stop the action with 11:23 left to play here in this third period. Collinsville up 5-3. We will not have a post-game show for this one. Craig Duffy was kind enough to join us in the pregame show. I'm not going to ask him to come up and do it again. Collinsville wins the faceoff and trying to keep it in. They can't. So they have to tag up, come back out, and then Denny. He slides it in, then gets pinched off the puck up against the boards by Thompson, but Denny stays with it, gets slammed against the boards again by Thompson. Now Denny is over there double-teamed until Klein comes in to help out a little bit. Puck still pinned up against the boards by the skate of Denny. Now it comes out, and it's a loose puck. Collinsville wants it. They bank it off the glass. They'll send it back behind the Alton net once again. Redbirds, they come away with it, but unable to finish up, and that puck gets shot all the way down the ice, and that's going to be an icing call against the Redbirds, and that puck will come all the way back down the other end of the ice for a face-off to the right of Greg Fight. Lady Kahok basketball season starts Tuesday. That's the next game that we have for you. Tuesday night at Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as the Lady Cahoks take on the Lady Comanches of Cahokia High School. 7:30 scheduled time, but as usual for basketball, I have to wait for the JV game to end. So we'll be on the air sometime around 7:15 or so. And then a week from tonight, we'll be right back here for some more Kahok hockey as Collinsville takes on the high-flying team made up of players from the Freeburg and Waterloo areas. Those are always fun. Freeburg, Waterloo, man, the Raging Bulldogs, they are a potent team to play against. Here is Neely. He'll take a shot, and Radel with the save. Back behind the Kahok net it goes. Denny, he comes away with it. Over into the far side corner. He'll hoist one out to the neutral zone where the Redbirds will take it over, and they'll send it back over here to this near side. Here is Neely. Neely will take a shot, and that was right into the breadbasket of Landon Radel. And that will stop the clock with 10:05 left to play. Face-off will come out to Radel's left. Van Voorhees against Andy Bennett. And Bennett won that one, but a puck played back to the blue line is picked up by Alton. And over into that far side corner it'll go, and it'll be Bettis back over this way for Bennett. That's the defenseman Glennon Bennett. He'll shoot the puck all the way up ice for Austin Whitaker. Whitaker couldn't backhand it into the zone. Here is Glennon Bennett. He finds a loose puck. He comes in from this near side faceoff circle. He'll skate around with it back behind the Alton net. He's getting pressured from behind by Thompson, and then he loses the puck. Collinsville will get it back, though, as Bettis pinches in. He'll get taken to the boards. Staying with it is Bettis. He comes away with it. And from the high slot, he'll go all the way out near the blue line and skate it over from one circle to the other circle. Back over into the corner. Back behind the net once again. Poked away from him. Andy Bennett comes up with it. Bennett, he lost the puck. Trying to go back in and get it. He gets squeezed off. And the Redbirds come away with it, but they can't get it out, as Bettis uses the skate and the stick to keep it in. Here is Bettis, another nice move, and another nice move, and a shot, and that one goes a little bit high, and it comes out the other side. Here is Glennon Bennett over on the far side dasher boards. He'll use those boards to bank it on up for Bettis. Bettis, again, he was trying to find passing lane over here to get it there and couldn't find it. Whitaker in front couldn't send it home. Here is Glennon Bennett again, pitching in, and up front, found its way once again to Austin Zagorski, and Zagorski couldn't line it up to pull the trigger, and the puck comes all the way out to the neutral zone where it's picked up by Bettis. Over to Andy Bennett. Bennett, Dipsy Doodle, puts on a nice couple of moves. Again, in front, and a shot that never materialized off of the stick of Bettis. He turned around, thought he had the puck on the heel of his stick, and it was not there. Andy Bennett gets taken off the puck. Up the boards it goes. Skidstein trying to corral the puck. He couldn't get it. And Collinsville comes away with it once again in the neutral zone, and back in the defensive zone, Bettis will skate around with it. 8 minutes to go here in this third period. Collinsville up 5-3. Out shooting Alton right now 29-8. 29-18. Here is Denny. Denny through the neutral zone. Over on the far side, picked up by Alton. They send it back through neutral ice and back past a couple of referees as well. And then all the way down the ice against the far side it goes. Neely will come away with it. He'll send it back behind the Collinsville net. And into this near side corner it goes. Bell trying to whack a puck, and he couldn't get there, and it ends up finding the stick of Denny. Denny, he'll circle around trying to get away from Bell. And he'll do so. He'll pull away through the neutral zone, across the red line, across the blue line. High slot, still has the puck, takes the shot, saved by Fight. And then the net comes off of the moorings, and that will stop the action there with 7:14 left to play. Here in this third period, the puck did end up in the net, but the whistle had already blown because the net was off of its moorings, and that will not count. 7:14 to go here in period number 3. 5-3 in favor of Alton. Face off on the far side dot. To the left of Fight, excuse me. F-I-T-E. Fight. Loose puck coming down, and Radel will come out and cover it up because one of the Alton Redbirds was honing in on it. That was Wesley Patridge. Another number I don't recognize out there either, number 42. So that's like 3 numbers that aren't on the roster that I have. Redbirds trying to chase it down in the corner. They can't. They'll go back after it once again. Here is Neely. Neely will backhand it into the corner. And that is where Noah Johnson resides. Johnson, he'll send the puck all the way down the ice. Not sure why he did that, but somebody tipped it for Collinsville, so wave off the icing call. Radel comes out, pokes the puck away, just as Alton was trying to get there. And a tripped up Collinsville player nets no call. And the loose puck belongs to Collinsville for at least a moment. Here is Kitstein. He'll send the puck all the way over to the far side to Klein. Klein, he'll in turn send it up ice, and yeah, you better raise that head up there, Denny. Almost got it taken off. Always dangerous to have that head down when you're trying to come up ice. Here is Neely. Henry Neely comes in, takes a shot. I believe that was off of the shaft of the stick there of Radel. And then over into the far side corner it goes for Denny. Denny, just under 6 minutes to go here in this third period. Sends the puck up to Zagorski. Zagorski couldn't hang with it, and it comes back into the neutral zone. Picked up by Neely. Neely backhands it into the zone, but Collinsville is there, and now a loose puck, and I don't know if we're going to, I don't know what the whistle was for. Unless Collinsville had too many men on the ice. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep, too many men on the ice, so Alton will pick up their third power play as too many players jumped across the boards for the Kahawks. Serving this penalty will be Zagorski. So Collinsville will be shorthanded for the third time tonight. Face-off will come out to Radel's right. Andy Bennett didn't win that face-off. That was won by the Redbirds. They'll send the puck in from the blue line, hoping for a little deflection. Same spot, and that one is deflected toward the goal, but it never did make it on goal. And the Redbirds are looking a little dangerous here all of a sudden. Here is Vindemiller. He'll take a shot, and that one's through the legs. The 5-hole of Zagorski. That was tipped in by Talon Neely, and just like that, Alton has gotten themselves back to within a goal. Radel has looked a little vulnerable here tonight. .5:22 left to play here in the third. 5-4 in favor of Collinsville, but Alton, they're ready to go, and that was a power play goal. So 1 for 3 with the man advantage are the Alton Redbirds. 5-4 is our score. Kahawks up by 1 and trying to enter the zone, but we'll have to start all over again as Bettis couldn't enter cleanly. Now he'll come around over onto that right wing side through the face-off dot. Over to this side now for Whitaker. Whitaker from the circle tries to bank it off the board. Bettis is throwing his hands up like, man, why'd you shoot it at me at 90 miles an hour? I was only 5 feet away from you. Bettis will try to track this one down. Neely is trailing him. Bettis will just poke it into the corner, and Alton stays with it. That puck's loose in front, and we've already seen how dangerous that can be tonight. A couple of rough goals have found its way past Radel here in this one. 4:25 to play in this third period. Here is Andy Bennett. Across the ice into the neutral zone for Whitaker. Whitaker stakes in, takes a shot right into the glove of Fight. I have not seen a Blues logo pop up on my phone, so that means there are no updates. But normally I even get one of those even when it's the end of the first period. I haven't even gotten one of those yet. Off of the glass. Through the neutral zone. Denny trying to get there. Before the Alton player does, he does with a little help from Radel. He'll split the defense, does Denny. He'll use a little burst of speed to come up ice. Collinsville with a 3-on-2 possibility here. Here is Denny. Goes back around behind the net, tries a wrap around, but that never made it. Went right through the crease. And then the puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Bettis will track it down for Collinsville. 3:45 left to play here in this third period. 1-goal game. Collinsville up 5-4. Over to the far side corner it goes for Denny. Puck comes loose. That one's whacked at and comes right back through the crease. But Alton, they come away with it. Here is Bell coming up the right wing. He'll take a shot. That's off of the shoulder of Radel. He had no idea where it went after that. Well, luckily for him, it came down in front and not behind him. Here is Denny. Denny. He'll take the puck leisurely back behind his own net. And then he'll float one back out to the neutral zone. Bennett. He comes up with it but couldn't complete. Over to the far side for Kitstein. He'll take a shot, and that one's a little bouncing puck that Fight had to fight off. 5-4. Collinsville up by 1. 3:06 left to play here in this third period. Timeout called by the Alton Redbirds as they try to figure out how to tie this thing up. So we have a moment. We will take a break, and we're back with more in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty.
Alton took a timeout to talk about how they want to play this. And probably talked about when they want to pull their goalie. If indeed they do that. Faceoff will come to the left of Fight. Won by Alton. Thompson shoots it up the boards, but it's intercepted by Collinsville. From one side of the rink to the other side. Back over here to this near side. Here come the Redbirds. Here is Windmiller. He'll skate from one side to the other dot and over onto the far side. Puts one up in the middle, and that one was partially deflected by Glennon Bennett's stick, or else I think Radel would have had a hard time fighting that one off. That puck comes through the neutral zone. All the way back down for Collinsville, but the Kahawks couldn't get there. But a misplay will put the puck right on Andy Bennett's stick. Bennett, he's still with it, trying to send it to the other side. He does so. Shot by Tillman. That was blocked out of there by Kite. Boy, he had to be alive for that one. 2:20 left to play here in this third period. Things are getting a little chippy. There's a shot that ends up going wide, and now we're going to have a whistle as a couple of players get into it over into the far side circle. One of those is Preston Tillman for Collinsville. And I believe that is the aforementioned number 22 for the Redbirds that I don't have a name for. I'll be able to get his name now because he's going to the penalty box. Windmiller, that's who it is. Well, nobody in the box for Collinsville. Are they not evening this out? Collinsville only has 4 players on the ice. Somebody's got to get in the box. And that's going to be Duffy. So, coincidental minors. But it's going to be for what? Collinsville still only has 4 players on the ice. All right, I don't know what's going on here because there's 1 player in each box, but right now, okay, thank you. They had time on the Collinsville side. And it is going to be 5-on-5. So Whitaker finally comes off the bench, and he'll be the 5th player on for Collinsville. 2 minutes to go here in this third period. And a shot on goal by Collinsville's Bettis from the blue line and a save by Fight. So fighting Miners. Oh, well, Preston Tillman got a 10-minute game misconduct. I think that means he won't be able to play in the next game. So a little end of the third period action going on here. Here is Bennett over in the corner. He'll throw one out front. Klein is going to take a shot. That one goes wide, and I believe that was also off of the arm of Fight. Here is Bettis. Bettis over into that corner, puts one out front for Klein. It never did make it to him, though. Bell, he comes away with it, sends it over to Neely. Neely up the boards, but Denny is the one who intercepts that for Collinsville. Here is Glennon Bennett. Bennett puts it back through the neutral zone. No chance at all for Fight to get off the ice. There's a shot. That one's blocked out by Fight. Over here to this near side corner. In front of the Alton bench. Thompson has that one popped off his stick. Into the neutral zone it goes. Denny's the one who comes away with it. 1:05 left to play here in this third period. Over to Glennon Bennett. Bennett. Denny. They'll play catch for a moment, and now Denny trying to get it back behind the net, but he couldn't, no room. And that one is going to go all the way down the ice just as Fight was trying to come off for the extra attacker. Here is Johnson for Alton. 40 seconds left to play here in this third period. That one's tipped. Fight leaves his net. Extra attacker on. There's a shot by Neely. That one goes wide. Puck back behind the Collinsville net. 6 attackers now on for Alton. That one's floated through the neutral zone. Collinsville comes away with it, but couldn't get a shot on goal. Back through the neutral zone we go once again. 20 seconds left to go here in this third period. Empty net on the other end for the Alton Redbirds. Redbirds get it into their offensive zone. Collinsville trying to get it out. They do so. Here is Andy Bennett. Bennett from the blue line gets taken down on the play, and Collinsville will still manage to get the puck back into the offensive zone, but they can't get a shot on goal, but that's all right because time's going to run out. Collinsville is going to win this one by a final score of 5-4. Man, oh man, what a battle this ended up being down the way, and Alton Redbirds did a great job on trying to come back and pull this one out, but they just couldn't quite finish it up with their goaltender pulled. And Collinsville ends this one tonight with a 5-4 win, out shooting the Redbirds 34-22 in the process. No post-game show for you tonight, so that is going to end it for us as these two teams meet at center ice for the congratulatory handshake on the McKendree Bearcats logo. Next up for Collinsville will be a date at the Granite City rink, a 9 o'clock game for the Kahawks next week, and that one will be against Granite City, the defending league champions. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. And a big thank you to Mr. Heath Yaxis for joining us and operating our camera for us. Our next broadcast will come to you Tuesday night from Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium as we kick off the 2022-2023 Lady Kahok basketball season as Cahokia comes to town for that one. We'll be on the air sometime around 7:15 for pregame coverage, depending on the end of the JV game. And until then, big thank you to Craig Duffy for joining us in the pregame show, and another thank you to Heath Yaxis for joining us as the cameraman. My name is Todd Duke, and until Tuesday evening, everyone have a fantastic weekend.